when I look at freedom, what I mean, my guy, the first thing to unlocking freedom is you first have to be free from this physical realm and this physical dimensions and everything that the earth can offer you. If earthly things and materialistic things still can control you, my guy, you're not really free because you are still a slave to it. And the thing with earthly things and materialistic things, it's never enough, my G. Because there's always a new car, there's always a new house, there's always a bigger, better mansion, there's always another female, there's always more, 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 my G. So I realized, man, I don't want to play this game. I just want to have peace, man. And I realized the first price to freedom is you first have to develop yourself. Question: how many great men do you know? Now, like, be real, be honest with yourself. How many great men do you know? But most importantly, have you discovered what your gift is, my guy? Question. Now, what I'm about to share with you guys, I'm about to share with you guys some keys that on my journey, how I've been able to experience this sort of progress and this level of success at the person of my age, how I've been able to experience this level of prosperity, a level of when I recreate myself, my level of recreating and developing myself is unmatched compared to people, my peers. Now, I'm not about to come here, my guy. I don't want to be disingenuous and be the guys that are not authentic. They say how to get six pack in 3 minutes, how to make a million in 5 minutes. I'm not those guys, my G. There's too many of those guys on the internet. If you want to go watch those guys how to get rich quick, how to get fit quick, how quick, 2 minute noodles, that's not Kevin. And that's not what I'm about. That's not what I stand for. That's not what I live by, my G. But what I will tell you, my guy, is what are the keys that I used for me to experience this level of success at my age and this level of prosperity at my age. The first thing that I did, my guy, was I will always tell you guys this. I invested in myself so much. I told myself one thing. I told myself, Kevin, I will build myself and I will develop myself so much and I will create myself at a pace that is so unmatched that when I come across a very successful person, no matter their skin color, when they look at Kevin, I want them to say, who's this kid? Who's this kid? You come here, come here, come here, come here and learn. Come here. You are the first draft in your pick. Come here. In your generation, you are the first draft pick. Come here. That was the first kid that I did. And what I did was, my guy, because I knew myself and I understood myself, and I could only understand myself by studying myself and I took so many personality tests, my IQ test, and through trial and error, my guy, I discovered myself. I discovered how I think. I discovered what I'm very good at. I discovered my weaknesses. I discovered my strengths, my gift, my talents. After I knew who I was, my guy, I knew that I'm cut from a different cloth and I'm not the same as most guys. So I had to find the right team of men that when I sit and I look at, men have walked the path that I am walking. For example, I know, my guy, building is not for everybody. Building wealth, building companies is not for everybody, my guy. Building, developing leaders, building yourself, building people is not for everybody because some people they just want to be lazy. To be honest with you, and to keep it real with you, they just want to be lazy. So for me, I knew, my guy, I love building. I love building, my guy. So first I knew I need to find the right team of people. And I knew when I would go to the gym, I'd go to the gym at the time, the 1% of people in my city will be at the gym. By 5, 6 a.m., I was already at the gym. Then, my guy, I had to find the right team, look for the people that I want to become. Man, when I stood next to my guy, when I looked at him, this is how I would feel. Yee, yee. Because that's how strong they were. That's how strong they were, my guy. And that's how strong they still are today. They are so strong, my guy, that their aura, when they look at me like this, Every time, my guy, I had to ooh, I had to shake it off and learn how to become strong because their strength, my guy, was just impeccable, impenetrable, and it was inspiring. And I wanted to become like that. So I found the right team. Like after I found the right team, I told myself one thing. I don't need to be the number one guy. I don't need to be the shot caller right now. In a team, there's 10 people in a soccer squad. I just told myself, even if I'm number 10 on the team, that's fine. That's fine. I just wanted to be in the team so I can see how this kind of men, the men of this caliber, the 1%, how they think, how they operate, how they move, how operators operate at a 1% level. That's all I wanted to see. How commanders, my guy, when they sit around armies of people, how they call shots. That's all I wanted to see. How do you build such a great company, man? I wanted to be around people when I sit and I look at them, just being near them without even them speaking to me, I can learn from them. Their spirit rubs off me, the way of thinking rubs off me, the way they maneuver, their mannerism, it rubs off on me. So I realized, okay, Kev, okay. I just wanted to be the number 10 guy, and I was the youngest in the team. And all of them knew Kevin can play your position, but you cannot play Kevin's position. Even when I used to play soccer, I started off as a left back. Even today, I still play soccer. I started off as a left back. I played goalkeeper. I played left wing. I played striker. Now I am a midfielder. I like center defensive. Sometimes I can play center attack midfield. I can play all positions in team, my guy, when it comes in a team. But I told myself I want to do what they can do, but they cannot do what Kevin does. There's only one Kevin because I took the time to develop myself and sharpen myself. Then, my guy, after I found the right team, my guy, and I saw how builders build, nothing used to frustrate me like when I was younger. And I would ask a guy that's successful, how did you become successful? And they would hide the keys from me. Just go to school, do regular stuff. That's when I saw this person, they became successful, but you're not conscious of your success. Because if you're a person that's truly wealthy, you want to empower people and you want to see other people win. But some men, I would come across them, especially some people, to be honest with you, and I'll keep it real with you guys. I'll keep it real with you guys. Don't hate on Kevin for keeping it too real. It will be people, especially my skin color, and I would ask them, man, how did you build? How did you make that money? How did you end up in that car? And it's as if, man, they don't want to share their keys with me. They don't want to share no knowledge, no wisdom with me. And I realized this guy, man, it's as if you're stingy with information. That's when I realized, oh, okay, don't be mad, Kevin. It's what they do in private that they do not want to share with you because they know they're playing with snakes for their success. And I was like, okay. That's when I had to ask God to bring me the right teachers. But most importantly, as I was developing myself, I prayed for wisdom, I prayed for knowledge, and I prayed for understanding. And I prayed whatever I used to ask God for, when I would enter a room, they always used to ask me this question, all my teachers, Kevin, how did you know I'm an entrepreneur? It's because I train my eyes. When I pray for it, only thing my eyes can scan and see is people my caliber. When I see them, immediately I go to them. Then I went to a team of people, my guy. When I was there behind closed doors, behind the curtains, they would show me how they build their machines, how their things operate. They would show me what they do behind closed doors, and I understood, okay, this is how you build wealth. This is how you create wealth. This is how you create a company. This is how you build a great organization, my G. Now, here's a question for you, my guy. The people that you're surrounding yourself with, are they building you or are they destroying you? And if they are building you, what are they actually building in you? Number two, here's another question for you, my G. The people that you're running with, are they inspiring you? Are you winning with them or are you just whispering and you're just full of gossiping, my guy, and you're just whispering? Are you winners or are you losers, my G? Be honest and be real with yourself. So I'll take a sip of my green tea while you really meditate on that question, my G. Okay, now here's the biggest key I want to give you guys. The thing that I realized with poverty and what I learned with poverty is because I grew up in an area where I was surrounded by poverty, you will stay in poverty until poverty teaches you the lesson that you have to learn. I will repeat that one more time so that these keys don't fly past you. Listen to me, my guy. Your ear, unclog whatever's in your ear. Now listen to me and listen to me carefully, my G. You will stay in poverty until you learn the lesson that poverty has to teach you. So what I mean by that is some people are stuck where they are, my guy. And the reason why they stuck is because they simply being ignorant and they do not want to learn the lesson that tribulation wants to teach them. So now if you're consistently doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, do you know how Albert Einstein, one of the smartest people, one of the smartest minds of this world, how he defined insanity? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. Some people like legit are insane, my guy, because they do the same thing and they just sit and they want money to just fall onto their laps and they just want to ask you for favors, do this for me, and they want you to do all the hard work for them, like you are their dads, my guy, like they came out of your nutsack. Nah, my G, nah, my G. I don't have kids yet. I don't have a wife yet, my guy. So nobody's entitled to what I'm about to build. And I don't owe you anything, my guy. Nobody owns me. Only God owns me, my guy. So now listen, now these are the keys I'm about to give you. Now listen to me carefully, my guy. My question for you is you need to understand what are your priorities in your life, man. What do you prioritize? What do you want with your life, my G? Because when I was 20 years old in August 2020, I used to stay in Campus Key. And where I used to live in Campus Key, there were it's students area where it's I used to go to the school, the University of the Free States. So around there, it's simply just students, my guy. Now listen to this funny story. So when I began my journey, I realized, okay, Kevin, are we going to develop ourselves, learn about how the wealthy become wealthy, how the successful become successful, how prosperous people become prosperous? How am I going to develop myself, do that, and at the same time still party, still chase after females, still date? And I realized, man, I do not have the time. I cannot give myself to too many things. I cannot spread myself too thin. That's why in the book, The 48 Laws of Powers by Robert Greene, one of the laws that he says is concentrate your forces on one thing. That's when I realized, okay, for now, let me just focus on developing myself and discovering myself. Because most people, they do not have the self awareness and they do not self reflect. So only after I self reflected, I realized these are the mistakes. This is why I'm not prospering. This is why I'm not growing. And I fixed those mistakes. After I fixed those mistakes, then I had to discover first what Kevin is good at, what Kevin wants to do with his life. What's my vision? What are my dreams? What are my goals, man? What do I want? Before I can even think about what this goal was. Before I can even spend. It's funny how when I was in school, my God, like females my age, they would expect me to be rich and have money, yet they even their own fathers are broke. They're getting money from NSFAS, but you coming here for me expecting me to be rich, to buy you anything. When I tell you no, you don't deserve my finances, you laugh at me. I was like, man, that's fascinating. But one of the things that actually made me take a step back, my guy, and pause when it came to the dating market, and I realized, you know what, for now, just pause. I realized I was 20, even if, man, it's 7 years. By the time I'm 27, yeah, my God, man, I will be the hottest products in demand, my God, I would be satisfied with that I've built, but I'm not there yet. So I told myself, pause. The reason why I paused it was because I realized, I remember my guys would come and pick up the females in Res Republica around 9, 10 p.m. on Fridays in S classes and Range Rovers in very expensive cars, my guy. And it would be guys that were fat. And I would see, man, these guys are rich. They got it. Kev, you ain't got it, so you can't be mad. So they will take all the calls where you stay, and that's fine. And that's fine, G. Don't be bitter, don't be mad. Just stay in your lane. And I would realize, my G, these chicks would go out at night when they came back early in the mornings. My friend that used to live at Res Republica, one of my brothers, he always used to tell me, man, whenever I come across these chicks, when I wake up and I'm about to go to the gym, whenever I come across them like this, the way they stop and they freeze, the way their hair looks, man, you could just see, man, that guy just busted the nuts all over her face. And she's ashamed and she's guilty, my guy. Like they just finished damaging her throat, my G. And she's about to go and actually kiss her boyfriend. And I tell those guys that were dating those chicks, what the heck are you guys doing? But they don't listen to me, Kev. And I was like, for real, G? I was like, for real, G? that's, That's one of the dumbest things ever, G. But anyway, so that's when I realized, man, I can't really do this. Like, I need to develop myself enough so so I can attract a different caliber of female. A female that I can sit and look at her values, the way she thinks, my guy, the way she maneuvers. Are you actually hungry for God? Do you have a vision for yourself? Or are you just expecting me to give you everything without even earning nothing for yourself? Do you understand what it is to develop and grow yourself? How do you think, man? Your family, your friends, what do your friends look like? Do you guys serve? Do you guys go to church? Are you guys actually hungry for God? Do you guys actually seek after the truth? Or the only thing you guys speak about is just makeup and how we're going to five step guys, how we're going to finesse guys. So I would say and I would look after those kinds of females, my God, they just stop being attractive to me after a certain point. So now why am I telling you this, my guy? I'm telling you this story to bring this all back so you can realize. Number one, my G, you need to understand there is an exit tax to freedom. So I was in a state of poverty. Now, to escape the poverty, my guy, there is an exit tax to freedom, my G. There's an exit tax, and it's a big tax, my guy, because it requires you to pay a price that not many people are willing to pay. So what I mean when I look at freedom, what I mean, my guy, the first thing to unlocking freedom is you first have to be free from this physical realm and this physical dimensions and everything that the earth can offer you. If earthly things and materialistic things still can control you, my guy, you're not really free because you are still a slave to it. And the thing with earthly things and materialistic things, it's never enough, my G. Because there's always a new car, there's always a new house, there's always a bigger, better mansion, there's always another female, there's always more, 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 my G. So I realized, man, I don't want to play this game. I just want to have peace, man. And I realized the first price to freedom is you first have to develop yourself. The key is that I realized this is the key. This was what I realized. So I used to realize there were certain emotions that I would feel. Like I never liked feeling like I was worthless, like I was a loser. Because to tell you the truth, my guy, I was a bum. Kevin wasn't just magically born like this, G. So this was what I realized, and listen to me carefully. So what I realized when I was younger, my guy, as I was studying myself, is I realized how I used to think was correlated to how I used to feel. So whenever I was very honest with myself, and I'm a very straightforward person. I shoot straight. I don't beat around the bush. And I had to tell myself, man, Kevin, you know what? Man, you're not really late, man. Kev, you're not really late, man. You know, these people they trying to fire you up and juice you up, but man, you're a loser, man. Like you're not really winning, man, in life. Like there are people that can still come and take your goal, man. The reason why they can come and take your goal is because man, you're not it. You're not really at the top of your level. You're not really at the top of your game. So I had to be truthful with myself, and I didn't like feeling like a loser. The reason why I felt like a loser is because I used to do what losers do, where I'm consistently doing the same thing, same thing, same thing. It's instant gratification where I'm seeking for this pleasure, 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 but at the end of this pleasure is nothing but guilt and shame. So I realized how I used to think is correlated to my words and to my actions. What I mean when I say words, the words that I used to intake, the music I used to listen to, because all I would listen to was the music. I would sleep with your girl, I'd F your girl, I'd do this, we partying at the club, strip her ass, booty. So that's all I'm listening to. Guess what is creating in my mind is creating lust. So now when I look at females, guess what I'm thinking about? All I see them is I just want to hit. I just want to clap your cheeks. That's all it is. That's all I used to think, my God. Because why? Those are the words I was intaking, and those were the words I was speaking. Now, those words, guess what? Those are the actions I was doing. Now, guess what? That's how I used to feel, my guy. And the thing is, you can try and lie to yourself, but you cannot lie to how you feel, my G. So I realized, okay, man, I'm really tired of feeling like I'm a slave to my own thoughts. I'm really tired of feeling like my mind controls me. I don't really control my mind. I'm really tired of feeling like, man, I'm not free. G, I'm not free. I just want to be free from these people's opinions, what they think, what everybody else is doing. I just want to be real and authentic to myself. So I realized, okay, so my priorities list have to change. Then I realized, man, the first thing above all that I want to prioritize is just God. Because with God, the byproduct of that, man, it came with peace that surpasses all human understanding. Number two, it came with blessings that come with no sorrow. But I don't seek after blessing, my guy, and I don't seek after man's honor. I just seek after God's face and God's heart. Because as God works in me, then God can work through me. After I seeked after God, then I just seeked after my vision, my God. You see it behind me. That's all I see when I wake up. It's my vision. I just seeked after my vision and I just focus on my vision and I tap it and I build it day by day, brick by brick, ever since I was 20, 19, 20. Still got a long way to go, my guy. I'm not even halfway there, G. Not even halfway there. But the one thing I can tell you, my guy, and to keep it real with you, imagine creating something so big that first of all, it's never been done before. Number two, imagine creating something that's so big that the walls of a nation, the walls of a city are too small for you. Imagine creating something so big you can stretch your arms as wide as you want, my guy. You can stand as tall and as strong as you want, my guy. The governments cannot come, my guy, and dictate to you because you solve the problems that they cannot solve. You solve unemployment problems. Unemployment rates, my guy, by the time I was about in 2020, from then it was 45%. Almost half of the people that go away with degrees in school, they're still unemployed. Lawyers, how many people have law degrees but they're still unemployed? So I realized, okay, the currency of a country, my God, currency, inflation, all those things, skyrocketing, my G. So I realized, okay, imagine creating something so big, a vision that's so big, my God, that I can stand as tall as I want and I can stretch my arms as wide as I can. I built something that's so big that is everlasting, my God. A legacy that's so big, my God. Companies that are so big that South Africa is too small. Africa is too small for me. So I realized the way that I think is really possible, my God. It's really possible. Do you know what the internet is? Till today, people don't know how to use the internet. Do you know what happens when the first time the gun was made? The first time a gun was made, my guy, for females that had no power, a gun was a great equalizer for them because now they could literally defend themselves. And no matter how strong you are, they could protect themselves. They can protect themselves. They could protect themselves through just pulling a trigger. Doesn't matter how big and tall and strong you are. So the gun, my guy, when it was made, it was literally a game equalizer. The internet, my guy, oof, 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 oof. And so people don't understand the power of a phone. People don't understand the power of a phone, my G. Do you understand as I'm speaking to you right now, this video, it could reach somebody all the way in Canada, all the way in China, all the way in India, but I'm here in Bloemfontein in South Africa. This video, this content, these words, these ideas, these thoughts, how I'm feeling, what I'm expressing, this message that I'm speaking, it can literally relate to somebody that's all the way in a whole different country. So my guy, I hope these keys, my guy, that I just told you. Now, my question for you is like, what are your priorities, my guy? What people are you building with? Who are you running with, man? If you don't have the answer to that, you really need to change the way you think. And most importantly, be honest with yourself and your environments, my G, the people around you. Either ask them, are we running or am I leaving you behind? Because the thing is, I cannot slow down my vision and slow down recreating myself and developing myself if everybody is being lazy and everybody is just comfortable. Everybody wants to drag me. They expect me to do all the hard work and you just sit and you eat. The heck is that, man? The heck is that, man? That's a bunch of feces. So yeah, my guy, just keep it real with yourself, man, and just stay true to yourself, my G, and just dream as big as you want, man. You know, I'm not even going to go there, G, but what I'll just tell you is just dream as big as you want, my guy, and your imagination, let it run wild, man. Let it run wild, but most importantly, day by day, my guy, day by day, just brick, one brick at a time, build. Day by day, build yourself. Day by day, build your vision. Day by day, build the company that you see, my guy. Imagine building a company, my guy, building a vision that's so big. The reason why I like meeting people and talking to people and shaking people's hands and asking people, so what are your dreams? So what do you see yourself 10 years from now? So who are you? What's your vision? What are your values? What do you see yourself being? What's your dream, man? What's your vision? Because I get to meet different kinds of people that are my age, and I get to hear their dreams. And when I hear their dreams, I like coming across the people that speak about the field of politics, especially because I know I'm never going to be a politician because people are allergic to the truth. But I know when I come across those kinds of people, my guy, and I want to build my own party, I want to build something great, man, make Africa unity, and I hear their visions, and their visions are really nice and interesting. Imagine building something that's so big, my guy. When people come to you for ideas, my guy, and they tell you, Kevin, I got this idea, you can finance them without even thinking twice. You can finance ideas that can change the world. You can finance ideas that can progress humanity. And that's what gets me excited. For now, my guy, I don't care how many girls you're sleeping with. That's what gets Kevin excited. Imagine building something that's so great, my guy, when somebody comes with ideas, with innovations, my guy, with development, when a guy wants to be an innovator and push past this industry, push boundaries that have never been pushed before, and they come to you, you just say how much. Yeah, go do it. No strings attached. Go do it. Go build it. Go build it for the kingdom of God. Go build it so you can make people make the world a much better place. Go build it so you can make society a better place. Wouldn't that be fun, Mikey? But anyway, maybe it's Kevin just dreaming too loud, dreaming too big. But at the same time, I'm not going to apologize, my guy. Never going to apologize for being a big dreamer, my guy. It's up to you. My question to you is why are you being small minded, my G? Peace. So remember, every time I create a piece of content for you guys, it's because I'm not trying to shift anything up here. I'm trying to shift something here in your heart. I'm trying to share with you what I learned for the day, and it's up to you what you decide to do. Because as I told you guys, as I'm walking my journey, as I am being a great student, I am willing to share with you what it is that I've acquired for the day. My videos will be broken down to the knowledge that I acquired for the day that stood out for me, the wisdom that I acquired for the day that stood out for me, and most importantly, I want to tell you my story and what it is that I see in my world, in my environment that I have created every day whenever I live here and I get to fighting for my dreams each day. And understand, Micah, I'm not trying to sound like the smartest person ever, and I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, my G. But most importantly, I don't care about being perfect. I just care about being true to myself and staying true to myself. That's why I'm not here, my God, to try and wear the fancier stuff. I wear suits and I wear formal clothes, semi-formal clothes the entire day. By the time I come here in my studio, I want to wear something comfortable and I just want to speak what's on my heart and what's on my mind. Okay.